Melina, do you have a second?
Hey, Jonah. You're still at work now, correct? What's going on?
This is about that dress for Katie and her upcoming birthday. Your mom wants to know about it. Did you finish up with it yet?
Oh, right. I heard that the dress has been finished up and is ready to go. Next Monday I'll have the day off work, so that's when I'll have time to head out and go get it. Is there something my mom wanted with it?
You of all people know that your mom doesn't really talk with you much, but she told me that this is your first time dealing with a child's dress, right? And, well, she got in touch with me to ask if you'd be able to have everything ready by the time of Katie's birthday.
I see.
And another thing, tonight after I finish work, I'm going back over to my parents' place and I'll be staying the weekend there.
What? Is there something going on there?
I just heard that my sister is bringing my niece home for once and I'll be able to see her again. And, well, I can't let a chance like that slip through my fingers, right?
So it's May that'll be coming, right? I see.
What?
It's nothing. I'm just wondering if she'll be asking for more expensive toys this time or not.
And so what if she does? She's my cute little niece, so what's wrong with me treating her to some gifts?
Well, you never really do things like that for your own daughter, Katie.
Well, besides her birthday and Christmas, there's no other important times of the year for her, right?
Whatever, Jonah. Even though I'm bringing this up again, you're still not getting my point.
Huh? Well, so be it. I'm going back to work now.
Hey, Jonah. I just got a call from my mom saying that you went to go and get that dress for Katie.
Huh?
She asked me if I knew anything about you going out to get that dress, and I had no clue either.
Oh, so she contacted you about that? Well, so be it. I was able to at least get it.
What are you talking about? We already talked about how I'd be going out to get the dress on Monday once it was finished. And by the way, my mom told me that you told her you'd be taking that dress and going with it to your parents' house? What the hell are you wanting to do with it?
Actually, today is May's birthday and all.
Huh? May is celebrating her birthday today? Don't tell me you're taking that dress to her so that she can wear it today.
That's what I'm doing, though.
Are you kidding me? I was working on that dress with the help of my mom for Katie to wear at her birthday party next week. Katie hasn't even gotten to try it on yet.
Katie has her birthday on the 15th, right? But May's birthday is on the 13th, which means she gets to come first. I know it's a little early, but this is when she wanted to celebrate. The choice was between saving this for Katie or using the dress right now as a present for May. So I chose May. I'll make sure to give the dress to Katie later, okay?
Hold on a second. Did you ask for us to make that dress for May and not really for Katie?
I already spoke to Katie about this, so it's fine, right?
What? Katie knows about this?
At first, Katie started to cry because she wanted it to be her dress and all, but then I told her that she's not my kid if she acts that way. I had to teach Katie a lesson for acting like that when May said that she wants to wear it too. After yelling at her a bit, she finally agreed to let me give the dress to May.
What the hell? You're a dick, Jonah.
I knew you'd say something like that, and that's why I told Katie to never tell you about it. I made the right choice.
What the actual hell are you thinking, man? How about instead of taking the dress we were making for Katie and giving it to May, you go out and get a different dress for her birthday? You could have even asked us to make one for her too, and we would have.
My sister told me that it would be a waste of money to get May a dress just to wear on her birthday this year. But if she didn't get one, I'd feel bad for the poor girl, all right? That's why I'll let May wear the dress that was meant for Katie.
Don't you feel bad for Katie?
It's not like I'll be giving this dress to May for her to keep, so stop getting all worked up like Katie was.
My mom and I made that dress for Katie to wear. No matter how you look at this, you caring more about May is straight up wrong for you to do.
I just got here, so stop it with all of that whining already.
You really are an asshole, Jonah. I figured for some time now that you had something for May over Katie. But what you're doing now is completely screwed up. Your child isn't May, but Katie. Are you aware of that? Dude,
Would you look at that? May is already dressed up in that cute little dress. So cut it out with all of that whining now. We're gonna start celebrating her birthday now. You and Katie were never invited, so don't even try coming out here.
Even if we were invited, we wouldn't be going there.
Is that right? Hey, Melina. I just got back to the house, but what's up with this divorce paper?
Well, you're home already. I thought that you'd just stay there at your parents' house and get married to your sister so you could have May as a daughter.
Huh? What are you going on about? Why would I ever want to do all of that when I already have my own house and daughter?
I'm saying that we don't need a man like you in our family, when you never think about your own daughter nor care about her feelings.
What? Wait, that was never my...
Then why, Jonah? Why would you go out and take that dress my mom and I worked so hard on for Katie and bring it out for May to wear instead on her birthday?
I was just letting her borrow it. And by the way, I brought it home with me for Katie.
Listen, Jonah, my mom and I spent so much time working on that dress because my mom really wanted to make her granddaughter's day by giving her the best dress ever with me. But when you went out and grabbed that dress and then told my mom you would be heading over to your parents' house to go see your niece, you stomped on my mom's wishes and desires.
What? Hey, come on now. I let her borrow it and took it right back afterwards.
You don't have to understand what I'm saying, honestly. All of the people who are trying to help you get out of that messed up mind of yours are wasting their time trying to deal with you. That's why I've had enough. I am going to divorce you now. Both my mom and dad were furious about this, and Katie says that she hates you now.
What?
There's no way you're getting her trust back now, asshole.
Hey, Melina, what the hell is that picture you just posted on your Instagram?
If it isn't Jonah. Long time no see. It's been 2 months now since we had that divorce, so what do you want from me?
I'm talking about Katie's birthday. That dress she's in. The one you just posted her wearing on your Instagram. I can't really see her face, but that is Katie in that picture, right?
Ah, you're on about that? Is there something wrong with this?
That's totally different from the dress that May was in.
Yes, it sure is. That's because my mom and I worked on making a completely new one for Katie. It takes about 1.5 months to make a dress sometimes, and so for Katie, she had to wait 2 months before she could have her birthday party. She was finally able to enjoy her birthday.
Why? I gave you back the dress that I had May wear.
Yeah, you did give that one back. After learning about what went down from both your parents, your brother-in-law was pretty upset about what you did, right?
What?
It seems that your sister got around $2,000 from her husband's parents to spend on May's birthday, which included getting her a brand new dress. But that $2,000, it ended up going towards your sister buying herself a new high-end bag, right? And when your sister came crying to you about it, she asked you to get her Katie's dress, right? After that had been found out by everyone in the family, both you and your sister were divorced and lost custody of your kids, right? And your parents disowned the both of you as well?
I never thought that things would end up like this.
And that is why I really don't care about what's happened to you since then, Jonah.
What are you talking about?
Well, there was something else I heard about that really pissed me off to the point of losing all interest in you.
What?
Your brother-in-law asked me afterwards about selling her dress to get some of the money back that his wife, your sister, had taken from him. And so with the help of him and his parents, we sold it, and I gave him the money.
You what?
Thankfully, however, your parents had a beautiful old dress lying around from long ago that they said could be resized and given to Katie for her birthday. And that's where my mom and I stepped in and started to break that dress down and turn it into something completely new for Katie.
And that's why that dress in the picture is totally different?
Yep. My mom and I were forced to make another dress in the end, but the silk from your mom's old dress turned out to be some of the best material ever, and we put it to very good use. So that's the one thing I can be thankful for from all of this.
What the heck? I was forced into giving up a lot of my savings because of my sister's poor spending habits, and now we're having to pay for both Katie's and May's child support, so all of the money I had is draining away. If you had the money to make up a new dress like that, you could have used some of it to help me out.
Hey, everyone has cut ties to you, right? Do you understand what those words mean? Are you aware that you have nobody that wants to be around you anymore?
But Melina, my older sister won't even get a freaking job. After the divorce, she forced her way into this tiny apartment I was forced to get. All day long, she just sits around being lazy and is using up all of the water and electricity. She's also eating all of the food I get within days. She'll even order delivery all the time and use up my money on it. I'm not able to save a damn penny anymore. Why the hell?
I always assumed that your love for May over Katie was due to how much you were attached to your older sister ever since we started to date.
What?
But I guess you really do just let her have her way with you, huh?
Shut the hell up! If you can't understand how hard things are for me, you shut the hell up!
Sure, you don't have to tell me twice.
What?
You just wanted to ask about Katie's dress, right? Any other talk is just a waste of our time now.
No, wait,
I never really cared about my ex's life after the divorce anyway, so you sitting there going on about how things are going for you is kind of annoying me.
No, wait a second!
So, goodbye forever.
No, wait, I didn't want to annoy you. Actually, I wanted to ask if you could ask for a little less from me in child support every month. Hey, Melina!
The request to reduce child support came up in the very last moment. At this point, the amount had already been set at the minimum allowable, so the fact that my ex-husband is asking for an even greater reduction just indicates how cornered he must feel. During our divorce proceedings, I sought help from a lawyer who handled everything on my behalf. The lawyer also conveyed a similar request from him, suggesting that I might be the reason for his financial struggles, saying, "Isn't it because he's been pampering your sister-in-law too much?" When this message was relayed back to him, I heard he had a rather stunned expression on his face. It was not long after that, however, that my ex-husband went completely off the grid. While he continues to pay the child support regularly, which allows me to manage my living expenses, I can't help but wonder about his current situation. I suspect he must be doing well enough to afford the payments, yet something feels off. Meanwhile, my former sister-in-law, left behind with no other options, came to the realization that she had to start working to support herself. She accepted a live-in position at a workplace, which must have been a significant adjustment for her. I can only imagine how difficult it must be for her, especially since she's not worked before. The transition from a life of comfort to one filled with the harsh realities of daily labor has been hard on her. Reports indicate that she's struggling tremendously with this new reality. The initial excitement of independence quickly wore off, and she's been crying daily, overwhelmed by the demands of her new job. The hard work and exhaustion are evidently taking a toll on her both physically and emotionally. She's facing a steep learning curve, dealing with responsibilities that she had previously avoided. It's almost as if she's had to awaken from a long, cozy dream into a cold and unforgiving reality. I can't help but reflect on how differently she viewed her life before all this chaos ensued. She once lived comfortably, perhaps a bit too comfortably, thanks to the support of my ex-husband. Now she's facing the consequences of their decisions and lifestyle choices. I genuinely feel sorry for her. The job she's taken is no walk in the park. It demands not just physical effort, but also mental fortitude, and she seems to be struggling with both aspects. It's heartbreaking to think that someone I once called family is now in such a painful situation. Yet, as much as I empathize with her plight, I also recognize that this may serve as a harsh lesson. Life does not always go according to our plans, and when faced with adversity, we often discover strengths we never knew we had. Perhaps this experience will force her to grow and mature in ways she hadn't anticipated. While it's sad to see her suffering, I hope that she eventually finds a way to cope with and thrive in her new environment. On the other hand, my ex-husband's behavior continues to baffle me. One moment he's pleading for a decrease in child support, and the next he disappears entirely. It's clear he's under significant stress, and I can only guess the circumstances that led him to this point. Did he mismanage his finances? Did he make choices that put him in a compromising situation? Regardless, he's made it clear that he's unable to handle his responsibilities. The lack of communication from him raises many questions. Is he simply overwhelmed, or is he attempting to escape from his obligations? Either way, I have to keep moving forward. I have to focus on my life and my children's well-being. While his decisions affect us, I can't allow them to define our future. I'm committed to providing for my children and ensuring that they have a stable and nurturing environment. Their needs must come first. Looking back, I realize how crucial it is to have a support system in times of turmoil. Whether it's friends, family, or colleagues, having people to lean on during challenging times makes a significant difference. Although my former sister-in-law may not have had the same network, I hope she finds her footing soon. Perhaps she can reach out to others in her workplace or community for support. It's vital for her mental health to have someone to talk to, someone who can understand what she's going through. In the meantime, I will continue to navigate this new chapter in my life, one step at a time. I know I have to remain strong, not just for myself, but also for my children. They look to me for guidance and stability, and I refuse to let them down. While life has thrown its challenges our way, I remain hopeful that brighter days are ahead. After all, resilience is built through adversity, and I am determined to emerge stronger on the other side of this situation. As for my ex-husband and former sister-in-law, I can only hope that they find a way to confront their respective realities. Life is filled with ups and downs, but it's how we respond to those challenges that truly defines us. Each day presents new opportunities for growth, and I trust that they will eventually come to understand that as well. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching.
Hey, Keaton, is it true that you started working at a factory?
Huh? Oh, Dan, it's been a while, hasn't it? Since the middle school reunion, I think. What's up?
Forget the small talk, just answer my question. You were working in sales at some big company, right? If I remember correctly, it was one of those well-known, prestigious ones. And now I heard you're working at a factory. Is that true? Like, seriously?
Yeah, you heard right. I started training at a factory in M-Town about 2 weeks ago. It's a pretty solid place.
I knew it! I saw you in your work clothes heading into one of the factories my company outsources to, and you're still in training? So let me get this straight. You're 30 years old and you're a newbie at a factory? You gotta be kidding me. That's just too rich.
I don't really see what's so funny about it.
What's not funny? I mean, come on, you've got a good education, a decent degree, and you worked for one of those big, shiny companies. You probably wore a suit and everything, and now, what, you're in a factory? What kind of twist of fate is that? What happened? Did you mess up so bad they had to kick you out? I can't stop laughing. You went from climbing the corporate ladder to what, the bottom rung of a factory job? That's gotta sting, right? Now you're basically working for a company that's under mine. This is way too good. Man, remember back in middle school, you were always ahead of me, Keaton. Always. You got elected as student council president, leaving me in the dust. Everyone liked you. Even the hottest girl in school had the guts to confess to you. What was her name again? Jessica, right? You had it all.
I turned her down, though. It wasn't a big deal.
That's exactly why it pisses me off, you know? Like, who even does that? Someone like her confesses and you just casually turn her down? You didn't even care. You were always acting like you were above it all. That's the kind of thing that really sticks with a guy. It's why seeing you now in a low-paying factory job feels so damn satisfying. It's like the universe finally gave me a win. Here you are working at some factory while I've got a steady job and a good salary at a better company. It's poetic justice, if you ask me. Now you're just a bottom feeder, a cog in the machine. How's that feel, huh? It's gotta suck.
Look, that's not exactly what happened, Dan. There's more to the story than you think, but honestly, after hearing you talk, I don't feel like explaining it to you. It's clear you're just here to gloat.
Oh, what's this? Is that supposed to be some kind of lame excuse? Come on, man, don't act all high and mighty now. I get it, you're just bitter trying to play it cool because you can't stand the fact that you've fallen so far. But the truth is, you're at the bottom now, just like the rest of the losers who can't make it. It's gotta hurt, huh? Admit it! Seeing me doing better than you has gotta burn a little.
You know, Dan, you're exhausting. Seriously, I didn't leave my old job because I failed. I left because I wanted something different. But I'm done with this conversation. You're not worth the effort.
Wait, what? You're just gonna walk away? What, can't handle a little truth? I thought you were tougher than this, Keaton.
Nah, it's not about that. It's just that I got better things to do with my time than argue with someone stuck in the past. So yeah, I'm out. Later, Dan.
Hey, don't just walk away from me. Keaton!
Keaton, it's been such a long time. It's Mary from F Company. I used to work at the branch office.
Mary, it really has been a while. I hope you've been well. It's great to hear from you.
I'm doing well, thank you. Actually, the reason I'm reaching out is that I've recently received a transfer order. I'm being moved to F Company's headquarters in M City. While I was visiting your company's New York office to introduce myself and meet the new sales representatives, I was surprised to learn that you're now working at a factory in M-Town. Is it true? Are you finally making the move?
Yes, it's true. It's been a long time coming, but my father finally told me it was time to begin. I'll be traveling around a lot for a while, visiting various locations and learning the ropes. But to start, I'm undergoing training at the factory in M-Town, which is close to my hometown. After this, in about 3 months, I'll be heading to the Texas branch for further training.
I see. Well, that sounds like quite the journey. Sounds like you'll be very busy for the next few months. Well, it's a bit sad that we might not get to work as closely together anymore. I hope we can continue to maintain a strong relationship between our companies. I'm looking forward to working with you, even if from a distance.
Absolutely, I feel the same way. Thank you for your continued support, and I look forward to working together with you and F Company in the future.
Actually, there's something else I wanted to mention while I have the chance. If you're available, I'd like to invite you to something. You see, in just about a month, F Company will be celebrating our 20th anniversary. We're planning a special event to commemorate the occasion, and we would be honored if you could attend as a guest.
Wow, has it really been 20 years already? That's incredible! Congratulations to F Company on such a remarkable milestone. It must feel like such an achievement.
Thank you so much. Oh, we're really excited about it. It's a huge event for us, and we're planning a big celebration. And as someone who's been an important part of our business relationship over the years, we would love to have you join us. How does that sound?
Me? Are you sure? I'm honored that you'd think of me, but I didn't expect an invitation to something like this.
Of course. In fact, your company's senior managing director will be attending as well, representing your company. It'll be a great opportunity to reconnect with him and other industry leaders. You're someone who's played a significant role in our business dealings, so we definitely want you there.
I see. So the senior managing director will be there too. That's quite an event.
Exactly. We're really looking forward to it, and it would mean a lot to have you there.
Wow, since I'll be nearby anyway, and it's such a special occasion, I'd be happy to attend. Thank you so much for the invitation, Mary. I'd love to join you for all the celebration.
That's wonderful to hear. I'll make sure to send over all the details about the event soon. I'm really glad you can make it. I know it'll be a fantastic event, and it'll be great to catch up in person.
I'm looking forward to it as well. It sounds like it'll be a memorable evening. Thanks again for thinking of me. I'll see you there.
Absolutely. See you at the party, Keaton.
Take care until then. Hey, what the hell are you doing here? Why
Why are you at our company's anniversary party? This event is for important people, our main clients, stakeholders, and major investors. So how the hell did you get in?
What? I don't understand.
I'm in charge of managing the guest list for this event, and just a moment ago I saw you walking in. But I'm telling you right now, don't get too comfortable. You're not getting inside.
Oh, wait, I see now. F Company is where you work, isn't it?
Ha! You think they invited someone from a lowly subcontractor like your factory? You've got to be kidding me! This party is for big players only. There's no way they'd invite someone like you from the bottom rung. You're from a subcontractor. They don't get invites to events like this. Seriously, what were you thinking? You're really overstepping your bounds.
No, that's not right. The invitation clearly states that all business partners, regardless of their status as prime contractors or subcontractors, were invited. There's no distinction.
Ha! That's rich! You think that just because you're technically a business partner, you belong here? Dude, don't kid yourself. You're nothing but a bottom feeder, and the fact that you're even trying to walk in here is absolutely hilarious. Same old you, always pushing your luck and acting like you belong somewhere you don't.
Actually, I have an official invitation right here. And to clarify, I wasn't invited as a subcontractor representative, but for another reason altogether.
Sure, like I'm gonna believe you. That invitation is probably fake, right? You went to some shady print shop and had it made up to look real. You don't seriously expect anyone here to believe you're supposed to be here, do you?
How about you actually take a look at it before jumping to conclusions? It's a legitimate invitation.
Nah, I'm not wasting my time on fake invitations. Why would I bother looking at something so pathetic? You're lucky I'm even giving you the time of day.
Well, I'm not here alone. My superior is with me.
Oh, you mean that washed-up-looking old guy standing next to you earlier? You think I didn't notice him? What a joke! He looked just like you, another bottom dweller from the lowest tier of society. It's laughable. I seriously can't believe they let people like you near events like this.
Listen, that old guy you're talking about is someone pretty high up at the company, and you should really think twice before disrespecting someone like that. I don't know if you realize it, but you're talking to a representative of a business partner. This kind of attitude could really come back to bite you.
Right, like I care. All I know is this. Subcontractors from low-class factories are strictly forbidden from entering this party. End of story. Now do yourself a favor and get lost before you embarrass yourself any further. Go back to your little factory where you belong.
You're really making a mistake here. I'll just say this. Whatever happens after this is out of my hands, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Keaton, thank you so much for attending our company's 20th anniversary party. We are honored to have you here as a guest.
Mary, thank you. I actually saw you earlier in the lobby near the reception area, but you seemed quite busy running around with preparations, so I didn't want to disturb you. I was hoping to greet you directly, but it's been a little challenging. Where are you right now?
Oh, my apologies for missing you earlier. Yes, things were a bit hectic with the final preparations for the event, but now everything is running smoothly. I'm currently inside the main hall near the entrance to the banquet area. Are you nearby? I can come out to greet you properly.
Well, how do I say this? Unfortunately, I'm currently heading back. Let's just say it's because of an unpleasant situation at the reception area. I don't think I'm going to be able to stay.
Wait, what? Heading back? What happened? Did someone say something to you? Please, tell me what's going on. Did someone make an inappropriate comment?
Yes, actually. There's an employee of your company by the name of Dan, correct? He works in the General Affairs Department, if I'm not mistaken.
Dan? Yes, we have a Dan in general affairs. He's currently handling some of the reception duties for the event, along with the rest of his team. Oh no. Oh, don't tell me he said something disrespectful to you.
Unfortunately, yes. Dan and I were classmates back in middle school, and it seems he still holds some sort of grudge against me. He found out that I'm currently in the middle of training at the M-Town factory and assumed the worst. Without even letting me explain, he started throwing insults, saying things about how I'm working for a lowly subcontractor and that someone like me doesn't belong at this kind of event.
I can't believe this. Oh, I am so terribly sorry, Keaton. That is completely unacceptable. Please, I insist that you don't let this affect your evening. If it's all right with you, I would be honored if you would still join us at the party. I will personally meet you at the reception area and ensure there are no more issues. You are a valued guest, and I will make sure you're treated as such.
Thank you, Mary. I appreciate your understanding. I'll head back and meet you at the reception area. It's just unfortunate that this happened at all. I didn't expect to be treated like this, especially by an old classmate.
Keaton, please believe me when I say that this is not how we treat our partners, especially someone like you. Dan will be dealt with accordingly, but for now, please let me make it up to you by ensuring you have a pleasant time at the party. I will speak to the reception team and make sure everything is handled smoothly.
I appreciate it, Mary. I'll make my way over now. I didn't want to cause any trouble, but I also didn't want to just leave without saying anything. It's comforting to know you're handling this situation.
Dan, what on earth have you done?
Huh? Oh, it's you, Mary, from the sales department? What's wrong? Did something happen?
You kicked Keaton out of the party, didn't you?
Oh, that? Yeah, I did. Some lowly worker from one of our subcontracted factories had the nerve to try and sneak into the party. So as the person in charge of reception, I made sure to get rid of him immediately. He had no business being here.
What were you thinking? First of all, both subcontractors and main contractors were invited to this event.
Wait, what?
And more importantly, Keaton isn't just any factory worker. He is the heir to A Corporation's CEO, the most important business partner we have. He's their future president.
What?
And the person he was with, that was A Corporation's executive vice president.
The executive vice president?
I can't believe this. What have you done, Dan?
But Keaton works at one of the subcontractor factories in M-Town. How could he be?
That factory has been under A Corporation's umbrella for the last 2 years. Didn't you know that?
It is?
Yes, the operations within the factory haven't changed much, so they're still working closely with our company. But the ownership shifted when A Corporation acquired it.
I didn't know.
Keaton is currently undergoing training in different locations to prepare for his future role as the president of A Corporation. As part of that training, he's working in various branches to understand the operations and experience what it's like on the ground level. Right now, he's stationed at the M-Town factory, which is why you saw him there.
No way! Keaton is gonna be a CEO and he's more important than me?
Yes, and because of your actions, you've just insulted the future head of the company we rely on for business.
I didn't know. I thought he was just some factory worker trying to sneak in. I had no idea he was someone so important. Wait a minute. Weren't you from a single-parent household? Huh? Back in middle school, you were living with just your mom, right? You never mentioned having a dad, let alone one who was the president of A Corporation. Well, my parents were both working in different places because of their jobs. From when I was around 10 until I was 15, my dad and I lived apart for about 5 years. What? Why? Around the time my father was offered the position of the next president, he moved to New York for a work assignment. My mother, on the other hand, had a senior position at a local company, and since she couldn't easily quit, she stayed behind. That's why she didn't follow him. When I was ready to attend high school in New York, my mother was finally transferred to the Boston office, which was closer to New York. So now my parents are living together in a nice apartment in New York.
No way!
I'm pretty sure I explained the whole separate living situation back in middle school multiple times.
Wait, what?
You had this habit back then of ignoring anything that didn't suit you or conveniently twisting things to fit your own narrative. It seems like even at 30 that hasn't changed. If anything, you've doubled down on it and not in a good way.
That's not what I meant.
Given your tendency to look down on people you think are in weaker positions, I'm guessing you've been up to your usual antics, haven't you?
Well...
In any case, the incident at yesterday's party was reported to the higher-ups by Mary, your sales department manager. From what I've heard, that report opened the floodgates. Now there are more complaints coming in about you from other employees and even some of our business partners. Looks like this is being treated as a compliance issue that can't be ignored. That's why you've been put on mandatory leave, right? All you can say is, huh?
Shut up! I was working at the main office, and now I'm about to get demoted if I'm lucky.
If demotion is all you're facing, you might get off easy.
What?
Just a guess. I've already received an apology from your company for the incident, and the rest is an internal matter for F Corporation to handle.
Wait, so...
I've been informed that I'll be notified of the final decision regarding your punishment, so I guess I'll just wait for that.
Hold on a second. Stop being so casual about this. Help me out.
Help? You? Why?
Because we're friends, right?
Friends? What part of our relationship resembles friendship?
Well, I mean...
If you can't answer that, then we're not friends, are we?
Wait, please!
I'm busy and I don't have time for this. See you around.
No, Keaton, wait!
Regarding Dan's punishment, to get straight to the point, officially he resigned voluntarily. In reality, he was fired. By the way, F Corp is a local company in our hometown where both Dan and I grew up. As a result, many of the employees are familiar faces, classmates, seniors, and juniors from school. This incident became the catalyst for Dan's bad personality and abusive language to spread throughout the community. Soon enough, even his parents, who were similarly unpleasant, found themselves in a tight spot socially. Eventually, they couldn't bear the shame and left town, abandoning the house where Dan was born and raised. About 6 months after all this, Mary mentioned to me that she saw someone who looked like Dan at a construction site while on a business trip. He was being scolded and carrying materials while sniffling in tears. I can only hope that the tough working conditions straighten out his twisted attitude. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey, Brock! Where the hell did you go? Your room's empty. There's not a single thing left. It's like you vanished. Brock, answer me, damn it! I'm not going to waste my whole entire day looking around for where you went. I have to get back to the casino soon as well.
You should have figured it out by now the moment you saw all my stuff was gone. I've decided to move out of the house.
What?
I've already told Mom everything, but seriously, just because I lived there doesn't mean you can dump all the housework on me.
Huh?
It's been affecting my work, so I decided I couldn't stay there any longer.
You quit your job and turned into a shut-in, didn't you? Doing housework is the least you could do. Since you can't contribute money to the house, I figured I'd make you useful in other ways. Just how far are you planning to sink? Look at your brother Mark busting his ass to get an offer from a top company. Why don't you take a page out of his book?
That's the thing. The reason I left my company was to work from home. I'm freelancing now, taking on projects. And that means I can't be home all day doing chores for you.
Freelancing? That's just a fancy way of saying you're a part-timer, and let's be honest, you're not making any money.
Freelancing and part-timing are two completely different things. How many times do I have to explain this? You're not even trying to understand what remote work is about. And besides, you're not working at all right now, Dad.
What?
Yeah, it was around the time I've been working for about 2 years. You inherited Grandpa's fortune and then quit your job, didn't you? You got all high and mighty, spending way too much, and now you've racked up a ridiculous amount of debt because you couldn't stop living the high life.
You knew about that?
The real mystery here is how you thought I wouldn't notice. And on top of that, you owe all that money to Uncle, the same one who paid for my tuition. Just because Uncle's stationed overseas and hard to reach doesn't mean you can slack on paying him back. Do you realize how messed up that is?
I never said I wouldn't pay him back.
Well, you'd better make sure you do. And that's why I'm going to send you some money for the time being, enough to cover rent and living expenses. But there's a catch. You have to start working. I've already talked this over with Mom, and I told her the same thing. You two need to have a serious conversation and figure things out. But as for me, I'm done. I'm never setting foot in that house again.
Whoa, wait a second.
Goodbye.
I can't believe you actually left. You're not even working in the first place. This is unbelievable.
Both parents have no understanding of what it means to work from home. I can't believe you're so out of touch with how the world works nowadays. Remote work is a perfectly normal way to earn a living, and it's becoming more and more mainstream. People don't even blink twice at it anymore, but here we are.
That has nothing to do with the fact that you're not actually working.
I've had enough of this. I'm not even trying to make you understand anymore. I've given up on that. Look, like I said before, I'll keep sending money to help, but only because I don't want to burden Uncle any more than we already have. He's the one who covered my tuition, after all. And for Mark's sake, since he's still in college and living at home, I want to make sure things don't get harder for him. So you better start working seriously.
Brock! Hey, Brock, could you send a bit more money this month?
What? Why? I'm already sending $3,500.
Well, I kind of messed up at the part-time job I started recently, and now I have to pay for damages out of my own pocket.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I guess I'm really not cut out for working after all.
Oh, come on.
I promise I'll find another job soon. But also, starting in 2 months, the rent's going up and utility bills have been sky high lately. You know how it is with water and electricity costs going through the roof? When I put it all together, the only solution is for you to send more money.
I don't know.
Plus, there's still all that debt hanging over us, so I'm really begging you.
Fine. I guess I have no choice.
Hey, Brock, you should really be ashamed of yourself.
What? Dad, you barely ever reach out, and now suddenly you're contacting me just to lecture me? What's this all about?
You've been slacking off on the money you're supposed to be sending lately, haven't you? You think I wouldn't notice?
Wait, what? What are you even talking about?
Don't play dumb. It didn't take me too long to figure it out. It was weird from the start for someone like you working freelance or part-time to be sending us that kind of money. At first, I thought maybe you were just chipping away at your severance package from when you left your job, or maybe you even took out a loan just to keep up appearances. Am I right? But there's no way you could keep that up long term. You're not fooling anyone. I knew sooner or later the well would dry up.
Where are you getting these ideas from?
It's obvious when you think about it, but when I look at Mark now, he's something else. He's doing everything right. He graduated, got a job at a major company this year, and do you know what he's done? He's already started sending us money. It's like you two swapped places. He's stepped up where you've fallen down. Guess how much he's sending us? $5,000, Brock. That's right, $5,000 every month. Mark really knows how to support his family. You should learn something from your younger brother, honestly.
What? $5,000? Mark? Dad, that doesn't make sense. How could Mark, who just started his career fresh out of college, afford to send you that much money every month? And wait a second, what's this about me only sending $5? Where are you getting that from? The $5,000 you're talking about? It's coming from me, not Mark.
You? Are you trying to be funny? You, a part-timer? Don't make me laugh. You're trying to tell me that someone in your position can afford to send that kind of money?
Dad, come on. How many times do I have to explain this? I'm not a part-timer. I'm freelancing. I've told you this before, but you never seem to listen.
Freelancer, part-timer, same difference. At the end of the day, you're still just scraping by. You might think you're doing well, but we both know the truth.
You still don't get it. Fine. How about this? Why don't I just stop sending the money altogether? Would that be better for you?
What?
The money, Dad. I'll stop sending it. You're always saying how it doesn't matter and calling it $5. So if it's that insignificant to you, maybe it's time I stop sending anything.
Go ahead then. Stop sending it. If you think your little contribution makes a difference, then by all means see what happens when you stop. You really think losing $5 is going to hurt us? Come on, Brock, get real.
Dad, I'm telling you, it's not $5, it's $5,000. And you're saying you're okay if I stop? If that's what you want, I'll stop sending the money. But you'd better be sure about this, because once I stop, I'm not going to start again.
You really think we need anything from you? You seriously think losing your tiny contribution would make us struggle? Brock, you've got to stop thinking you're more important than you are. There's no way losing your so-called $5,000 would affect us. We'll be just fine without it, trust me. Mark's already got us covered anyway, so we don't need anything from you.
All right then. If that's how you feel, I guess this is a weight off my shoulders. Not having to send that money anymore is actually going to help me out. I didn't want to bring this up, but lately, the amount I've been sending has been getting out of control. The last few months, I've been sending nearly half of my monthly income to you guys. It's been getting harder and harder to manage my own expenses, and I was starting to realize that this just isn't sustainable for me. I didn't want to say anything because I knew you needed the help, but I've been thinking for a while now that I can't keep this up. But you know, Mark's out of school now, and he's moved out of the house into his company's dorms. He doesn't need me to help pay for his tuition anymore, and it sounds like you guys are getting by just fine with what he's sending. So if you're saying you don't need my help anymore, then I'm gonna take you up on that. I won't send anything from now on.
Good! We don't need your money. It's about time you admitted you were struggling. I knew it all along. You were trying to play the big shot, but you were barely keeping it together, weren't you?
Yeah, you said it yourself. You don't need me to send anything, right? I was planning on transferring this month's money next week, but I guess I'll just hold on to it now. It sounds like you and Mark have everything under control, so I'll stop here.
But...
Nope, no buts. I'm taking your advice and stopping the payments, so thanks for giving me the green light. This'll be the last time we talk about this. I'm done.
Hey, Brock, it seems like this month's allowance hasn't been transferred into my account yet. If you don't send it soon, I won't be able to pay the rent.
Wait, what? Mom, hasn't Dad told you I'm not sending the allowance anymore starting this month?
What? Why not? This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Yeah, Dad said that losing my allowance wouldn't lead to any major hardship. He also said something about how he didn't need my measly little allowance, so apparently I don't need to send it anymore.
What? Oh, that lazy man who quit his job and spends all day lying around the house has no idea what will happen if the $5,000 allowance stops. Does he not understand the consequences?
Yeah, about that, he seemed to think the $5,000 allowance was from Mark, and that I was only sending $5 every month. He was complaining about it.
Wait, what?
I tried explaining that it's been me sending the $5,000, but he didn't believe me. Mom, do you have any idea why he might think that?
Oh no, oh, I messed up. Hey, you!
Huh?
Is it true that you've stopped Brock's allowance?
Yeah, that's true. Honestly, cutting off a measly $5 isn't gonna make much difference.
What have you done?
Look, let's be real. With such a useless son, what difference does it make? Besides, we have Mark now. He's been sending us $5,000 every month from his job at a major company. So I really don't see why we should worry about Brock.
But it's Brock we're talking about.
What about him?
The $5,000 allowance is actually from Brock.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Yes.
But you told me that the $5,000 was from Mark and that recently Brock was only sending $5. How does that even work?
Well, Mark told me he stopped sending money.
Wait, what?
He said that living alone in this expensive city makes it impossible for him to keep sending so much money every month.
So the $5,000 from Mark is actually Brock's money?
Exactly. It turns out that the Brock we thought was a failure is actually doing quite well. I don't want to accept that reality.
But Brock is just a part-timer. In that case, Mark from the major company is the one who's successful.
Well, Brock is actually running his own business now. He's a company president.
Huh?
I didn't believe it at first either, but one of the neighbors showed me a magazine with his face on it, and he was featured in a story. He quit his job, went freelance, and then started his own company. I was forced to accept reality after reading that success story.
Why didn't you tell me this before? Why keep something so important a secret?
I did tell you, but you still don't understand the difference between a part-timer and a freelancer, so it ended up looking like Mark was the one doing well. Oh, you've always favored Mark, bragging about him to the neighbors, and now it's hard to correct that image.
Seriously?
Look, more importantly, we need to ask Brock to restart the allowance. If this keeps up, I won't be able to pay this month's rent or utilities, and I won't be able to pay off my debts. I might not even be able to buy the seasonal new handbag.
Right, and I need to fund my gambling next week. I need to contact him quickly.
I really can't believe you didn't understand this sooner. You've been talking about Brock like he's some kind of a loser, while he's actually doing much better than we thought.
It's just hard to believe. Every time we talked about him, it was always in a negative light. I assumed he was just floundering without any direction, not a successful entrepreneur.
Well, that's the mistake we made. We were so focused on what he didn't have that we failed to see what he was achieving.
This changes everything. I thought he was just wasting his time at home while Mark was making something of himself. I didn't realize Brock was actually working hard in his own way.
Exactly. We need to fix this before it's too late. I mean, we could lose our connection with him, and then where would we be?
I'll reach out to him. Maybe we can talk about getting the allowance back on track, but also find ways to show him we appreciate what he's doing.
Yes, that sounds perfect. Let's not wait too long, or we might lose him.
I'll do it right now.
Good. I really hope we can fix this.
All right, I'll text him right away. Brock! I heard a lot from Mom. It turns out that the allowance of $5,000 you've been sending is real, isn't it? Now that the misunderstanding has been cleared up, let's put everything behind us and move forward. I need you to transfer this month's payment right away. Huh? Why hasn't he read it? Seriously, Brock? Are you ignoring me? I need that $5,000 from you right now!
Actually, the remittances I had been sending were done in consultation with my uncle as a final act of kindness. He told me that if this doesn't work, he would throw my parents into a place where they would be reprimanded, setting up a 24-hour surveillance system to ensure the repayment of their debts. After all this, he confirmed the current situation where the condition of working for the remittances was not being fulfilled. Finally, my uncle decided to take action. As it stands now, my parents have had their means of communication taken away, and it seems they aren't even in America anymore. I feel a sense of relief knowing that I can leave this to my uncle, as he will handle everything effectively. By the way, my younger brother Mark looks genuinely cheerful now, having finally been freed from our parents' overindulgent love. We've always had a good relationship as brothers, and right now we're living together in a certain part of New York City. We've been discussing how we want to lead solid lives, learning from our parents' mistakes and avoiding the same pitfalls. It's a refreshing change to be free from that chaotic environment, and we're both motivated to work hard and build a future that doesn't involve the same struggles our parents faced. Mark has started working at a major corporation, and he's enjoying the stability it brings. He's learning how to manage his finances wisely, unlike our parents, who made reckless decisions that put them in such a dire situation. Watching him flourish is inspiring, and it makes me want to push myself further, too. Living together has its challenges, of course, but we're committed to supporting each other. We share chores, cook meals, and even brainstorm ideas for side projects we can work on together. Mark has this idea of starting a small business that aligns with his interests, and I've been giving him feedback and helping him refine his plans. It's a breath of fresh air to discuss our aspirations without the weight of our parents' expectations or negativity hanging over us. We both agree that maintaining a strong bond and being there for one another is essential. There's a newfound sense of camaraderie that has strengthened our relationship. Sometimes I think back to how things were with our parents. The endless arguing, the mismanagement of money, and the chaos that seemed to follow them everywhere. I realize now how much that environment impacted us. We spent so much time trying to navigate their issues, often sacrificing our own needs in the process. But now, Mark and I can focus on our own paths. We're excited about the opportunities that lie ahead. We even set short-term and long-term goals to help guide our journey. Every week, we sit down together to review our progress, making adjustments as necessary, and celebrating our small wins. One of our shared goals is to travel together. We've always wanted to explore different cultures, try new foods, and create lasting memories outside of our old life. We've started saving a little each month, and we've already made a list of places we want to visit, like Chicago, Las Vegas, and even some international destinations like Paris or Berlin someday. We often talk about how this new chapter in our lives is a chance for us to redefine what family means to us. Instead of relying on our parents, we're building a family of our own, one based on mutual respect, understanding, and support. It's liberating to take control of our futures, and we're determined not to repeat the mistakes of our past. Having my uncle involved has been a huge relief. Knowing he has my back allows me to focus on my career and personal growth without constantly worrying about our parents' situation. His actions have shown me the importance of having a solid support system, and it's inspired me to be that kind of support for Mark as well. With all these changes, I've also taken the time to reflect on my own aspirations. I've been considering what I truly want to do with my life outside of just making a living. I want to pursue something meaningful that can help others too. Perhaps getting involved in community service or nonprofit work could be a way for me to give back while fulfilling my personal ambitions. In conclusion, while the path leading up to this point has been tumultuous, I believe it has ultimately shaped us into stronger individuals. Mark and I are not just surviving, we are thriving, and I couldn't be prouder of what we're achieving together. Here's to our journey ahead, to the lessons we've learned, and to the lives we will build, one step at a time. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
So, long time no see. Last time I think we both talked to one another was maybe a year ago at our last high school class reunion. Sarah? Why are you talking to me right now? Why aren't you being more loving towards me right now with that response? From the last I remembered, you and I really aren't on the best of terms. What are you talking about? So you have no clue what I'm talking about then. And that's why I'm asking you what you're talking about. I'm talking about what happened at last year's class reunion. About how at that reunion last year you started talking to Stan more, who was from a different class than us and had just gotten married, and then started a relationship with him, leading to him divorcing his new wife. Oh, you know about that? Well, yeah, because this all happened during the class reunion. Also, there's only one high school in this small town that we've all gone to, and since everyone around here is our age, it wasn't hard to find out all the information about what had happened. I see, so that would mean I'm pretty popular, right? But what I'm trying to get at is that you are a total jerk for doing something like that, and I want no part of you anymore. Well, what happened then is all in the past now. Stan and I have been apart for some time now, so that whole story is over with. At this point in time, I'm on to someone else entirely that I want to start a relationship with. Ugh, is that right? So why have you come to talk to me? We barely even talked at that last class reunion, so I don't understand why you're talking to me now like the two of us are BFFs. Oh, that's right. Right now I'm living over in Rochester, right? In Rochester? And it turns out that the customer I'm working with at my job just happens to be your husband, Matt. Is that so? We happened to talk for just a little bit, but he told me that he's over here in Rochester for business and has had to live over here for half a year now, right? That's true. Something about that. He said that the CEO of his company is really happy with the work he's been doing for his company, and that the CEO would like him to stay working over here for a while longer. Is that also true? I think so. Why didn't your husband end up taking you with him over to Rochester if he's going to be working here for a long time? You both haven't had any kids yet, right? Well, I guess we haven't had kids yet, but what does that have to do with any of this? Also, the reason I haven't gone with him is because I'm a full-time employee myself, and my work is here. Why don't you just quit that job and come to your husband in Rochester? It isn't as easy as you think to do something like that. Recently, I've just joined a new project that's said to really help with his company's future, and so for me to just get up and leave right now doesn't sit right with me. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter if you come live here with him or not. I'm sorry, but I have a few customers coming soon, so I think our conversation is finished with, correct? Is it now? Well then, bye-bye! Sol, it's been a while. What do you want? Really? You're still going to give me the cold shoulder like that? I have no reason to be friendly with some girl that I was never friends with in the first place and who has a really bad reputation for herself. Bad reputation? So what is it this time? I've had enough of this. You have hurt me one too many times now, so I'm going to make a scene. What are you talking about? Right now, I'm living with your husband in a place together. My husband? That's right. I'm living with Matt right now under one roof. Huh? Right. I'm sure you're so surprised by some kind of news like this. I'm sure you never expected an old classmate of yours to steal your husband while he was away from home for work, but it's your fault after all for not coming along with him and moving all the way out to Rochester for his work. I happen to understand the loneliness that he's been feeling all along. I had to go through the same thing, leaving the hometown I love to come all the way out to a different town, a different world, and work with no friends around. The fact that we both have experienced the same loneliness now made it all the more easier for us to grow close to one another. I'm not here to listen to you go on and on about your feelings. Just tell me what it is you want. What? Just let me make this story a bit more dramatic, all right? I'm getting really fed up with you wasting my time over something I don't care about. That is why I want you to just get to the point. All right, so impatient. In other words, since you never went along to accompany your husband on his trip away from home for work, I'm able to take him in as my own and show him my love, which means that I've won. That's all I've been wanting to say to you. I see. So in other words, you're stealing yet another person's husband from them? It's your fault for not coming along with him to help keep him from feeling lonely. So with all of that being said, I'm going to be taking Matt from you now. I'm sorry for stealing him. Could you listen to me for 1 sec? Matt and I have been divorced for a little while now. What? He and I got divorced over half a year ago. Huh? Back then you had started messaging me again about Matt and all that, right? Well, 2 weeks after you and I talked for a little bit, he and I got a divorce and then stopped talking to one another. So you both aren't married anymore? Yeah, we are nothing now, besides ex-husband and ex-wife, I guess. Now, I just want to ask you something. When did you and Matt start having this relationship with one another? About 4 months ago to this day. And since when have the two of you started to live together? I think around 2 months ago or so. And you never heard about any of this from Matt before? Not that I'm aware of. Hold on 1 second. There are times he gets calls from someone that sound like his wife, and he'll even get these large text messages from her. And just recently he told me that his wife would be coming over and asked me to stay out of the house for the evening. Actually, that's happened quite a few times now. That's him talking about how you've been coming out to see him here in Rochester, right? That hasn't been me, Sarah. Then him saying his wife is coming over. Who the heck is he talking about then that's his wife? Perhaps he got married to another woman since him and I got that divorce? Who could he have gotten married to now? Well, it might be with the woman he was cheating on back when married to me. Huh? And now that we're talking about it, to think that after getting divorced by me for cheating, he'd marry that woman and then start cheating on her? What an idiot he is. Hold on a sec. Do you have any idea who that woman is that he was cheating on you with before? Of course I know her. It would have been very difficult for me to get any money in the divorce through a settlement if I had no idea who she was, so I made sure to look her up. Tell me who she is! I think she might be the daughter of someone you already know. Who? She happens to be the daughter of the CEO that is currently running the company you're working for. In other words, from Matt's shoes, he is with the daughter of the CEO of his customer's company. Huh? Wait. He cheated on you with the daughter of my current CEO? Yep. She happens to be 18 years old now and doesn't really work any, nor does she seem to be going to school. 18 years old? Well, it's been a while since then, so maybe she's 19 years old now. How the heck did those two even meet one another? I think in her last year of high school, she ended up co-oping at the company Matt works for. And I guess while she was there, she ran into him and things just started to go wild from then on. And, well, since the two of them were never getting any work done in the office building, Matt's higher-ups chose to have him moved to that office over in Rochester so that he wouldn't be distracting the co-op from doing her job. But even though he was moved out to Rochester, him and her still found a way to keep their relationship going. What the heck? And since she happens to be the daughter of a CEO, when I divorced Matt, she was able to pay off the settlement to me for being with him, no problem. And I think she even helped Matt pay me as well. At least I'm thinking that she was just using her parents' money for all that, but it doesn't bother me, as I still got the money I asked for. This is all way too messed up. What the frickin' heck? How is he married to a 19-year-old? I'm in the same boat as you. What he's been up to is really messed up. Also, I believe that the reason those two aren't living together yet is because they still don't have a place to move into together. They're probably having it built right now using her parents' money or something. And the only reason she'd be his wife already is because she got pregnant, and so they went to the courthouse and handed in their marriage papers. You think she's pregnant? That's what I'm thinking. And by this point, she'll probably be having the baby next month or the month after that. No, wait, hold on a second. This was all. I was just doing all of this with the plan of stealing your husband from you. But now you're telling me that I'm stealing him from the daughter of my CEO? Why the hell were you trying to steal Matt from me in the first place, Sarah? That's because I really hate you, Soul. Really? You always had the best scores in high school, and you were always loved by all the teachers and all the other boys. You always acted like you were on cloud 9 that whole time as well. I was totally pissed at you for having everything I wanted. It made me start to really hate you, and I have not been able to get you off my mind since. Wow. I was wondering if there was something you held against me, and that's it? To me, all of that has really stuck with me and made me want to see you suffer. Is that right? Also, when he moved to Rochester to start working at an office here, I ran into Matt and started to really fall for him. I thought this was finally my chance, that I'd be able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'd be able to get the man of my dreams and become really happy, as well as get my revenge on you for being such an awful girl back in high school. Well, that man of your dreams was the man I threw away for having an affair with the daughter of your CEO behind my back. And it seems you've started sleeping with her husband now. What am I going to do? You think that Matt is really married to the daughter of my CEO right now? If my company was to learn about something like that, I'd be... Hey, what should I do about this? You can't ask me something like that. You've got yourself into that mess and I don't want any part of it. What? You and him starting that relationship only happened after he and I divorced, so there's no reason for me to have to come and help out with it. That would be stupid of me. But you're his ex-wife! And so what? If I, his ex-wife of all people, were to start sticking my nose into his business like that, then I'd look like the freak in all of this, which I most definitely am not. But you're also my friend. You still think that I've been your friend this whole time? Even if I did want to help out here, there's nothing I can do to fix things for you, especially since you told me that you hate me. No way! I think we can be done here, all right? I have a date with my boyfriend tonight, and I'd like to go out and get a new dress for it. Huh? You already have another boyfriend? Well, I got divorced half a year ago, so it's not strange for me to have a boyfriend already, right? Bye now. Soul? What am I supposed to do now? I'm pregnant with Matt's child. Also, it looks like the daughter of my CEO has figured out that I've been sleeping with her husband now. What should I do? Yesterday, someone heard about how the CEO's daughter has gotten married to one of our customers and also started to talk about Matt. I think that the company I'm in and his company are going to stop doing business together now. And since they found out that I've been sleeping with him now, they're planning on firing me. As for the baby I'm carrying now, what am I seriously going to do about it? I want to be open about something with you, Soul. Back when everyone found out that I was the one that stole Stan away from his new wife, my family and most of my friends cut ties to me, and I've been on my own since. That was the whole reason I moved out here to Rochester. And then when I met Matt, I thought that he and I could have a cute baby together and start a new life out in this town. But now that I've heard from you that he already has another wife, my dreams were all ruined. He even told me himself that he's already married, which means he and I can't get married. If I can't be with him, then that means I'll have to raise this baby all on my own. Hey, what should I be doing right now to fix this? So you're reading all of this right now, right? I know that you are a very smart person, Soul, and that's why I'm messaging you right now, looking for advice. You would never dump me and leave me to deal with this all by myself, right? That's not the kind of person you are, right? Right? Soul, please say something to me. Your friend is in horrible trouble right now, and yet you're not going to help or talk to me? What the heck is wrong with you? Soul! I honestly thought Matt would end up paying child support just to get Sarah to leave him and his wife alone. But everything changed when a DNA test revealed the baby wasn't even his. After dragging him into chaos involving his young wife and nearly ruining their relationship, Sarah was hit with a legal settlement. She was ordered to pay damages and told never to contact them again. After that, she left town and returned to her parents, with her very noticeable baby bump. But her parents weren't exactly welcoming. They allowed her to stay nearby, but not in the same home. They wanted to ensure the baby would be born healthy and cared for, but made it clear Sarah wouldn't be a part of that long-term picture. She was being phased out of her own child's life. Meanwhile, Matt wasn't off the hook. His wife was furious, and the news of his affair quickly spread, especially since the woman he cheated with was tied to one of their biggest customers. His coworkers lost all respect for him, and the entire company took a hit. With the client pulling out and morale plummeting, it looks like the business might not survive the year. As for me, I have finally found peace again. Blocking Sarah's endless calls helped. And in a happier turn of events, the boyfriend I once mentioned to her proposed to me during a walk in the park. I said yes. It feels like a fresh start. I just hope Sarah never hears about the engagement. Though at this point, she's too buried in her own mess to even look my way. Between the baby, the debt, and being cast out by nearly everyone she once leaned on, her world has become very different from mine. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.